Luckily it stops like at a good spot for my knees, but it doesn't go any higher. Oh,
Okay,
man.
What's
I'm
your
live.
tripod?
I'm
Can
live.
you adjust the height?
This is the shortest it can go. What am I trying to do?
All right, I just sent it.
All right, screw it. My internet's working. I could use that again.
You want to test? You want to chance it?
Chancellor, just gotta do it real quick.
Cancel, you'll be stuck in another body shot pick, Another
What's
pose.
funny? I'm gonna go get a
Hilarious.
snap of that.
Here, I'm gonna try something.
Okay. So we have solid 18 minutes, 16
All
minutes
right.
now before I go to bed.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome everyone. This is the Somewhat Petty podcast. We have on the spot for today, Dorky Raptor. We have
The
Walter,
producer.
Debbie. We have Dusty, and Will.
How's it going?
Hello.
Didn't we say we're not using real names?
Nah, don't worry
I
about
know.
it.
Great start.
We'll work at it later.
Off to a great start.
Walter has the list of what we're gonna be discussing about. I haven't pulled it up yet, but it doesn't matter. But Walter, if you already have the list in front of you, just go ahead and say the first topic.
All right, this
I have it
isn't
in front of me,
working.
too. Yeah, I'll just first thing we got is the welcome everyone, which Rogelio graciously did for us, incorrectly, and next was introductions. Debbie, you want to go first? Ladies first, or are we too petty for that?
Nah, we're
Yeah,
too
go for it.
petty.
Yeah.
All right,
Someone
just
else,
you can go
please.
first then.
Please tell us your favorite
okay.
sports team. Tell us your favorite sports. Tell us how many years of service you have at working.
All right, well,
Wow.
I'll go. It's
Wow.
me and Debbie. Yeah.
Hey, you
Yeah.
released Dustin?
Dustin's
Wow.
not listening. Yeah.
Yep.
I know. Oh my god, I hate him. I hate him so much.
Guys, I
Wow.
was texting. What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Okay, so you want
Yeah,
me to introduce
Dustin,
myself?
introduce
I
yourself.
am Dusty. You already know me because you're joining my YouTube channel. So yeah, Dusty AF, starting the Petty Podcast. Y'all know me from TikTok. Very famous YouTube. I hung out with Phil Spencer the other day. Shout out to Colt Eastwood. Randolph Thor, Jez.
Yeah, these are all
Gordon from
true.
Winter
Yeah,
Central.
no lies.
Yep. So who's next? You want to talk about me, or is the whole podcast about me? Is that what it is?
Walter,
We
No, I
only
need
got
to
14
lower.
minutes, right?
Walter, your turn.
All right, well, welcome. I was like, who am I? I am All Day Wong. And yeah, that's about it.
Is that what we're gonna call you, All Day Wong?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
So
you can
we'll
call
do
me
Wong.
whatever, but Walt works, Wally, Walter, whatever sticks. But this is it. This is the quick introductions. This is we can call this the pilot. Welcome. And I'm sorry, was Debbie next?
Yeah.
Debbie, clearly a girl. And yep, I'm here. Yep.
Clearly.
Clear.
Sure.
Well, that leaves me.
All
Save
right.
the best for last,
No, well,
I'm
Rogelio
Wolfgang,
too, but
or Will, he went first. Didn't he? Whatever. I'm Wolfgang.
no.
Right. Hello. I go by Will too. My first time on the Somewhat Petty podcast. I'm a little new to being petty, so hopefully I can get that across. But glad to be here, guys.
Oh, you'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Natural.
All right.
All
So,
right.
a lot of things happened this week. We got the Tokyo Game Show that came up. That's going on over there in Japan. Lots of announcements. Well, kind of, unless especially we got the drop for Resident Evil 4 remake, the Separate Ways DLC. Power World gameplay. Do we have that? Remember what the Power World is about?
We do. Yes, it's everybody calls it Pokemon with guns or
Yes.
Xbox version of Pokemon.
Oh,
With
that game.
guns.
That game does look super sick. I love the way that game looks.
Mm-hmm.
Did they mention release date 2024, right?
I think
2023
so.
is already back, so
I feel like it's too late to release anything new this year. Anything that's gonna get announced
Yeah.
is not gonna be this year.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of no, I
Oh,
was gonna
I'm
say
sorry.
a lot of October games that like Alan Wake 2 got pushed back because of Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and we also
And
had
Mario
Mario comes out next month.
on the same day as Spider-Man.
Hmm.
That is
But
that's sick. That's crazy.
oh wait, to circle back
just
to
joined.
the Tokyo.
I am showing if y'all want to show the quick trailer of Power World so people can see how it is.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
I want to
exciting.
go look at it, but I'm not confident in my setup to go look at that stream while I'm streaming.
I would love for that to come up.
Like-
that would be a great like Game Pass game, PlayStation catalog. I don't think it will be. I think it's a little too hype. I think it's gonna cost everybody. But yeah, it looks like at the very least a fun playthrough.
I mean, you got base building, and you got you got a bunch of
fun.
The Pokemon, or I don't know what they're called, the Power World Mons, are working in a factory.
Palmon.
That's great. That's great. One thing that I'm really excited that popped up on the Tokyo Game Show, they showed us like an 8-minute overview of Dragon's Dogma 2. Am I saying that right?
Dogma?
Dogma. Oh, I forgot a G. That's what it is. I knew that was wrong. But yeah, that looks incredible. I was like, I'm excited. I never played the first one, so this will be my first ever attempt at it. But it looks fun. I've heard nothing but fantastic things about it.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Crimson Desert. I didn't play Black Desert online, but Crimson Desert looked real good. That was announced.
Hey, speaking of Black Desert, I think they have like 1,000 times experience going on right now or something.
Oh yeah, it was free somewhere, wasn't it? Wasn't it free? Oh, it is a free game, right? I don't remember.
I know PlayStation Essentials gave it to us, but yeah, I was like, now that you mention it, I thought it was a free-to-play game.
Whatever it is, I have it downloaded, haven't started it yet because of Starfield.
Yeah, and yeah,
and then Like a Dragon Infinite was also at TGO, right? They showed more of that game.
Yes, yeah, it was a big question of what kind of combat they were going to follow with, and it looks like they're going to keep it the same with the RPG elements of combat, which is obviously different from the other Like a Dragons that is more action based. I was like, that's excited. I like that. What do y'all guys think?
Yeah, I like that a lot. The turn by turn is a little bit better than the beat 'em up Yakuza style.
I don't know.
It's a little bit like less button mashy.
I've never liked turn based games. You know, it's hard for me to get into those. But Sea of Stars
and just see
my first turn based game.
You never played any turn based games?
I mean, Pokemon. Yeah.
No, he says he doesn't like them.
Yeah, not a big fan.
Okay, Pokemon counts. That's turn based. Yeah.
Yeah. I was showing the.
Oh, there's new footage.
Here. Yeah.
Showing footage of Like a Dragon.
Infinite Wealth.
Yeah.
Right?
And I know we probably don't want to take too much time just on everything, but yeah, some of the other things that got announced. What else got announced? Ace Attorney trilogy. I think that's coming out.
I believe
Persona 5 Tactica got an overview.
Like, I believe the Ace Attorney was it was originally on the 3DS before, but they just brought it over since the 3DS stores shut down. Because it was on there, the trilogy.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, they just added more stuff to it.
Oh, nice. And they're charging everybody again too. Is that also a driving force there?
Yeah, I think so. Happened.
Yeah. What is this? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Edakin Chronicles or Edakin Chronicles: The 100 Warriors. Euden. I know that's been on on Xbox with streams for quite a bit. That's launching in April. That actually got pushed quite a bit.
It
What
did.
else do we got?
But I'm assuming
Fallout
it just
76.
they're trying to avoid
DLC?
all the other hype.
We got.
And what do you play Fallout 76?
Yeah, well, who's gonna play that game? I mean, I'm not playing Fallout 76.
It looks like we got like a Dustin might like this one, Forza Motorsport. Looks like that got like a little show.
I never played it in the motorsports. I played like the Horizon games, but I never played like the full like simulation. That's more kind of like the Gran Turismo style.
Like more simulator, right?
Yeah, it's full simulation. That's the one you get the steering wheel, you get the full like yoke controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also got Elder Scrolls Online. Looks like it's getting a fresh new trailer. It's coming over to Japan. It's getting I think
is that the first time it's coming to Japan? I thought it's because it's been out for some time, I guess.
Yeah, I think what
it's been out for some time, but it's just going to be localized.
Yeah, Japanese. Yeah, there you go. Doesn't beat me to it. X Primal, that one got a little more content.
They got an update.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're advertising the Street Fighter 6 crossover
and the Monster Hunter crossover too.
Oh, nice! I did not know about that. Here's one that I thought I would be excited for, but it just hasn't been doing anything for me. Infinite Strash. That's what it says. Infinite Strash Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an action-based Dragon Quest game. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
it looked pretty cool, but unfortunately it didn't pull me. Octopath Traveler 2. They got a little trailer there that looks like it's coming over to Xbox platforms. I didn't even know that was not a part of Xbox right now, because I know they have Octopath Traveler 1, and I just found out today Xbox does not have Octopath Traveler 1. So I thought that was interesting.
It is.
So I guess, yeah, and then I guess part 2 had the opposite exclusivity, where it was on PlayStation for a bit, and then now it's coming over to Xbox. And then Power World, we talked about that one. Wulong Fallen Dynasty, I feel like that's a game that got pushed off the radar. Looks like that's getting a 3 DLC expansion sets. That should be fun. Anybody try that one out? Wulong Fallen Dynasty?
That's one of the
I downloaded it, but I literally never played it. Yeah.
Party Animals.
Like
another one.
Party Animals.
I heard that one's good. I heard that one's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should definitely play that.
It's a good
party game. That was gonna get some excitement.
Yeah,
PUBG Battlegrounds got a new trailer revealing a new map. I know everybody's excited to jump on that.
Yeah, unless it's Apex, Debbie's not playing it. You know, Debbie don't play it. It's only Battle Royale Debbie plays.
All right. That's pretty much everything I have from the Tokyo Game Show. Did anybody have any other things they wanted to pull up or show up or talk about on that one?
We can't hear you, Debbie. No. Yeah, TGS snuck up on me completely. Like I was completely unaware of it happening.
Oh, one of the things that they're advertising over there is the Metal Gear Solid Volume 1 collection that's going to be coming out soon. That is basically you get Metal Gear Solid Snake, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 in it.
Snake Eater.
Yeah. And I know that they announced Snake Eater Delta, but I don't know if they're literally just going to copy and paste with like updated graphics, or because they're saying that they're going to try to keep everything. So it seems like a remaster to the way they were talking about certain things, but I'm not sure. So we'll see what happens with Konami.
The PlayStation Showcase had the trailer for Metal Gear, right? It was the PS Showcase.
Yeah, it was during the PS Showcase.
It looks pretty good on that showcase, that video, all the animals.
Yeah.
Now, my question with that, do y'all think the games age well? Obviously, they had to do like, it's going to be a remaster, but I don't know. I've never played them. I always wanted to go back to them. I just don't know in 2023 if that's something I'm going to be excited for.
Definitely not this year. Too many games this year. But sometimes old games old. You just can't go back to
Yeah.
old games.
There's been a ton of good games this year. Like I recently started playing Armor Core 6 Fire Super. That one's been
yesterday
fun.
was Firepunk 2.0 update was yesterday.
Yeah. And I love my mechs. I love to destroy stuff with mechs. That's your thing, and it's a From Software game. So if I went through the first boss, took me a few tries, maybe up to like 7-8 times before I finally defeated him. And apparently that filters out all the casual players almost. So
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Wow. Do you play with the controller upside down?
I haven't done that yet. I want to just to see how it works.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Nice. And Roller, you're kind of jumping ahead now because that's supposed to be at the end when we share what we're talking about or what we're playing.
Oh, my bad. Okay,
Come on,
sorry.
Rolly. Oh man.
I need to get that.
So moving past the Tokyo Game Show, one thing that came out this week that's getting a lot of attention is Mortal Kombat 1, but more so how it runs on a particular handheld system.
Handheld console.
I'm currently playing the gameplay video from IGN right now.
I gotta show this. Show that picture of who was it?
There it is in full 60 frames.
You know what? I'm impressed because they put in 60 frames at least in the most part. The frame rates drop around the close-ups and some finishers, but I mean, it's struggling to get 6 PS, but it's okay. But I don't know. I think. Go ahead.
No. And I assume the whole 60 frames per second, that's to keep it competitive, right? Because I'm assuming this is cross-play. You go online and you could battle like PlayStation users, Xbox users, or is it just Switch?
I think it's just Switch only.
Oh, okay. All right.
I kind of was thinking, so Panic Button has done a lot of portings. Like they ported Doom and Doom Eternal on Switch. They also ported Rocket League. Panic Button is I don't know, they're wizards on the Switch comparing bringing over games. And I was thinking maybe they should bring Panic Button, see if maybe they can put their wizardry into porting it into like a workable state. But not only the frame rates, but the graphics have really dumbed down on here. There's pictures of like the character models are all just weird and funky. But yeah, a lot of graphical sacrifices just to make it run.
Yeah. I mean, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look terrible, but obviously this is not a big screen TV. This is, a tiny phone that I'm looking at it on. It looks fine.
Yeah, this is like pretty bad.
Head floating right there.
But yeah, so with that, I guess where we're going is it time for a Switch upgrade? Is it time for a new generation Switch?
It's been 2 years past. When is it time to upgrade? Yes, it is definitely time for a new Nintendo Switch Pro.
They're definitely.
I would just like to throw out my favorite name. My favorite name I've been hearing for the next Switch, not Switch Pro, not Switch 2, but the Super Nintendo Switch. That's been my favorite so far. Just add Super in front of it. Super Nintendo Switch. Bring it back.
The SNS. Yeah.
That's right.
I like it.
Has been my favorite. So
3DS,
next thing,
all they did was add XL. 3DS XL because it was larger.
Make it bigger. Yeah. So what I'm hearing from some of the rumors though that they're not even planning to do an OLED model off the bat. So it looks like they're just gonna stick with an LCD. And then, of course, I guess that would be their mid-gen update is going back to the OLEDs. I'm very curious how that's going to be. I would think at this point you'd have to go OLED going forward, but maybe not.
That's planned because they want to have the OLED. They want people to buy the mid-gen update. And people were like, OLED is a good enough reason to jump on, just like with the first Switch. So
yeah, I would love an OLED, but I don't think I play it that much to just upgrade to an OLED just for the screen. Plus,
Yeah.
I don't play handheld very much.
That's the big one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are big handheld guys and gals.
Gal. Singular.
Come on, we did that Pokemon Unite, and most of us were on handheld while you're on the TV.
Yeah.
It
See,
helped.
I was like,
Yeah, no, it helped. You didn't need to bring no extra TVs, extra monitors or TVs. I'm sorry, or consoles, big old. We just pull it, take it out. There we go. We're all hooked up. Just got to connect it to your Wi-Fi. That's probably like the advantage.
I was like, man, yeah, it has its perks. I was like, I try it from here and now, and like I said, I just can't do handheld, unfortunately. But like you said, it does have its advantages. The next thing I had here in the news, Starfield looks like it's still leading the charts. I'm sorry, it's still leading the charts despite being on day one on Game Pass. So Xbox's strategy of early access seems to be working for them, guys. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, I bought it. Played what 50
I
hours,
bought it,
40
yeah.
hours, just on the 3-day early access. I probably put like 30, 40 hours.
But there's a caveat though with you buying it. You don't have Game Pass.
I don't have Game Pass. That's right. I bought it straight.
I was like, yeah. Whereas Dustin does have Game Pass and he wanted the extra 3 days. But I think
I bought it. I just bought the Game Pass edition.
That's what I was about to say. If you have Game Pass, you were able to get it cheaper, right? Yeah, there you go. That's what I was about to say.
That was a funny one.
Versus...
So it was what? It's $70 normally, and then if you wanted it the premium, it was $100 to just buy it outright. But if you had Game Pass, instead of it being $30, it was $35 to get to the upgraded version.
But you get the premium edition with all the DLCs, because the DLCs aren't going to be included in Game Pass.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh,
but
that's interesting. I did not know that. I did not.
Yeah,
see
so
that
you get the Shattered Space DLC.
But even then, like, it's $5 extra if you have Game Pass to get the premium. To buy the premium by itself, if you have Game Pass, $35, right? But to buy the premium edition, no Game Pass, is $100. That means it's only a $30 difference instead of $35. That makes sense? So for some reason, they're charging the extra $5 on Game Pass to upgrade the premium. I don't know why. They're just taking money.
Yep. I was like, hey, they want all they can get. Like they said in all those core documents, they lose money making it exclusive to Xbox. So they got to try to recover as much of that as they can. I was like, and here we are. Hey, but again, they're leading the charts, so in some degree, it's working.
As PC players, all those PC players really want those mods,
Yes, I was like, yeah, and they were thirsty. They were live within the first couple of weeks to help out with the UI. I heard, and whatever else. I was like, as we've mentioned, I'm not a monster. I don't play on keyboard and mouse. But yeah, I was like, yeah. Next thing I have on here is something I'm really excited for. Spider-Man 2 previews. Those went live. People are starting to get their hands on. Looks like they had like a demo that people were getting some impressions on. And so far, everything I've heard multiple outlets talk about it. There's nothing bad, nothing wrong. It sounds like it's going to be what we expect. At the very least, it's going to be more Spider-Man, which is not a bad thing. But what are you guys hearing? What's y'all's excitement level here for Spider-Man 2 coming out in less than a month now?
We're going to Brooklyn.
Yeah, finally. I feel like that's not a zone you see in any game, not just Spider-Man, but like it's always Manhattan.
We get Manhattan. Now they're adding 2 more areas, and so Miles is from Brooklyn, so he gets to go and go to his whole neighborhood himself. So we can visit those spots.
Yeah, and I think
the other one though.
I heard though that too, like from Miles Morales' story, like that's still gonna kind of be going on there, like the aftermath of it. I think it's what do they say, like 6 months after that. So I'm really interested to see how kind of that unfolds, or I don't know if it's probably not gonna be a focal point, but I'm sure it's gonna be mentioned at least in some of the side quests and all that. So kind of excited how they pull all that together. And now I am curious. I just ran the last DLC recently. I am curious if the DLCs are going to play any points in it, because I don't know if y'all ever touched the DLCs, but I wrapping up the third one. It was great. The post credits, they had like a little Miles and Peter scene that kind of like opened the door for Miles Morales. Again, I didn't know that before playing Miles Morales, but I was like, if I played that DLC sooner, that would have like blown my mind before Miles Morales was was announced. But I just thought it was cool that it connected the DLC in that way.
I'm excited. I just hope they bring back Black Cat.
Oh, Panther. Yes.
No, Black Cat. Alicia Hardy.
I thought her name was Panther. Is it Black Cat?
No, Black Cat.
Yeah.
Oof, man. There you go. I just
I
failed.
thought you were a Mr. Spider-Man fan. Come on.
I know. I was like, I just played that. I just saw her on my screen like a week ago. I was like, I'm embarrassed. I was like, oh. Anybody else on Spider-Man 2?
I gotta go and play Miles Morales because I haven't.
Goodness, you haven't played Miles yet. Oh.
Yeah, I mean I platinum the Spider-Man on PS4.
Yes,
I just need to play Miles.
That was a good platinum.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I would highly recommend Miles Morales. It's a short play too, so it won't take you 50 hours. Because I think Spider-Man was about 20 hours. I think Miles was closer to the 10-hour mark, which in 2023 is fantastic. But yeah, absolutely. Recommendation.
I
don't know. I can't.
It's too crowded here. Mirage, Assassin's Creed Mirage comes out next month. Well, it was like a week before Spider-Man. I forget when, but I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. Let me tell you, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I'm gonna have a
comes out the 5th.
5th?
On the 5th of October.
I'm gonna have a hard time.
And
both of those games.
Assassin's Creed Mirage is actually coming to iPhone, the iPhone 15 Pro. You know what I mean?
We're gonna talk about that though. We can skip that part.
The native console port. Yep.
The native. Is it going to be a console port? I think I already started hearing like it's going to be like an up-res mobile version. Is what I'm hearing.
It's going to have native ray tracing. Yep. A17 Pro chip, 3 nanometers. Come on, guys. This is the future.
Oh man! But next thing I have
time out now.
Looks like that was from my IGN. So speaking of previews, the next one that I saw here, I'm not sure if it was officially a part of Tokyo Game Show, but it's obviously a part of it. But I saw previews drop recently for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Man, that thing! Oh, really? If you have footage of that, like I literally got chills watching that trailer during the PlayStation show. So I'm kind of now touching some of the previews. It's a nervous thing. Like I'm sorry, I get nervous checking all this stuff because I don't necessarily want spoilers and stuff. But I can't. Like I just need to jump in the hype. I need to jump in the pool and get all that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth I can get. What do you guys think? Are y'all seeing any of this? Is there any excitement? Am I the only one?
No, I gotta go.
I'm playing the
gameplay
right now on the stream.
There it is.
Okay. Go on.
Oh yeah, Sephiroth is going to be playable. Yeah, that's going to be fantastic. the chocobos, I don't know if you're going to see it in here, but they look like they're customizable. Like I saw different color ones. I think one was wearing a hat at one point.
Yeah,
so like when you're like,
though. They did say no chocobo breeding. So
there's no chocobos. Was that ever a thing?
Wasn't that a thing in the original? Was it not in the original? Isn't that how you got the golden chocobo?
I don't remember chocobo breeding. I do remember Vincent. I saw him pop up on there, the vampire. I was like, that's so exciting. But yeah, so here's a good question: has anybody played the original Final Fantasy VII? I'm sorry, the original Final Fantasy VII PlayStation 1.
No.
No, not
No?
yet. I do want to play through it
No.
myself, though.
I'm probably not
Really?
gonna.
Oh my goodness.
Just gonna do
I was like, yeah, that like other than Pokemon, that was like my first JRPG ever played in its entirety in my younger days. But oh man, you guys are missing out. I mean, I can't really recommend the OG because again, it is an older JRPG, but there is remasters now. Look, Chocobo customizable, he has like armor on. Anyway, it is a hard recommendation, but at least the remasters do have some quality of life stuff. Like I think it has like fast battles and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not unplayable, luckily, but it's hard to recommend. At this point, if you hadn't played it, I would just jump straight into these remakes. I was like, yeah, these are an experience like no other. Final Fantasy just, they just go over the top. I love it. Sorry, I could go all day about Final Fantasy, but I think I mentioned Pokemon in there. So speaking of Pokemon, the DLC did fall out this, or not fall out, but it did release this week. The Teal Mask. And guess what, guys? It somehow runs worse than the initial launch game. Like literally, the performance is worse. I was like, is anybody
Wow.
jumping on this?
That game was hot garbage to
excited.
begin with.
Yeah, I fell off Pokemon.
I played like 4 hours max on that game. I just couldn't get.
maybe
I think I got my
6 or
first
7 hours.
badge. It was so bad. I don't know how you played the whole thing, Walt.
Oh yeah, I went through. I think I'm like 4 Pokemon away from completing my Pokedex.
Oh no!
I'm so
Just do it,
sorry you
just
played
complete
that
it,
much
get
of
over with it.
Pokemon. Like
Get
I
it over
wouldn't.
with.
I wouldn't wish playing that game on like my mortal enemy. It's like
Remember, Walter's a father. He also has kids to play, right? Is that right?
Did you kids play through it?
Not when I did actually. My youngest did like probably months after I did. She kind of picked it back up and played it through. I think she just beat it probably like a month or two ago. My oldest fell off pretty quick. But yeah. I didn't play with them too much. not as much as I would like. Like not as much as buying 3 copies worth. But
Man.
but yeah, I mean, I got my money's worth. That's for sure. Like I said, in the moment,
Damn,
I
you
didn't
bought
think
3
too much.
copies. That just hit me.
Yeah. To be fair, I sold 2 of them because 2 of them were physical. I actually sold my physical copies, and then if I did want to go back to it, I gave myself that option to just rebuy it digitally. But I haven't. I was like, that kind of shows where I'm at. I kind of have, dare I say, Pokemon fatigue. But yeah. But yeah, I wasn't picking up the DLC before this, but yeah, it's a shame to hear that they didn't fix any of the issues and that somehow it actually performs worse in the DLC areas than the original game. I don't know. I'm speechless there. It's crazy because it's like it's going to become like maybe the top selling Pokemon ever, and it just runs like that. That's
Well, at least we have the memories of going morning launch of waiting at Target.
Yes.
Nintendo always wins.
Waiting at Target, not getting the games, and then going to other Targets. Oh man, there's a plug for Target. All right, so speaking of games that did fix their issues, you like that tie-in? We got Cyberpunk. Ooh, Rolly, good. Rolly's on it. Yeah, so Cyberpunk is making a comeback. I know Cyberpunk, the original, had its defenders. I know Dustin being one of them. He absolutely loved the original launch and then returned it 2 days later, um, despite loving it. Right, Dustin?
Well, as soon as you get past like the first like 3 missions, the game was entirely broken. I couldn't even get past like one of the dudes I was trying to talk to. He's just like missing like his whole face, and I couldn't get past that game. So yeah, I ended up returning it. I played it on Steam. I played it on Steam. Oh no, not Steam.
Okay.
It was what's it called? The Google one, the Google cloud-based
Stadia.
Stadia. Google
Stadia?
Stadia. I bought it on Google. Well, I didn't buy it on Google Stadia. I was game sharing, and yeah,
That's horrible.
at Cyberpunk.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
And I love Stadia. Stadia was awesome.
Stadia was cool.
One of the
Ahead of its
things
time,
that
sure.
I did see for the updates with Phantom Liberty was the quality has increased. Like they redid models, the ray tracing's a lot better. Like I saw a clip when he was going, like someone was playing through Night City, like driving through there in the dark with the rain and reflection. Ooh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I got to do a quick plug. Joe Raptor, great. That's a great YouTuber there. Sorry, I see him in the corner
What,
there.
what was that?
Yeah. Oh, Joe Raptor, the person I just got the video from. Just
Yeah.
Oh, nice little plug. Yeah. So I was seeing also in this 2.0 patch, they're also adding like more gun combat because apparently that was like a part of the early game. Maybe am I saying that right? I never played the original, so I'm kind of talking, assumptions here. I was like they added combat to the car. They added from the anime. They kind of and you guys correct me here if I'm saying anything incorrectly. Like all the aesthetics, all the cyberware you put on, like the more you put on, like the more like risk reward type it has.
Oh, the talking about they're going insane. What is it called? Cyber psychosis.
There you go. Yes. I was like, yeah, I thought that was
It's not
really cool
actually.
that
It's
they
not
brought
actually
that
a
in from
thing.
the anime.
I don't think it's actually a thing. I think it's just like that's just the limit. Like it's instead of it saying, "Oh, here's your max cyberware limit," they made it all nice and cool to say, "This is how much you can have before you get cyber." So it doesn't actually
Yeah,
let
and
you
then I'm
go
sure
that
as you
far.
level up,
It's just a
you
limit.
get more capacity. That's I
Yeah,
think
I'm
it's awesome.
excited to
I'm
play.
excited.
Yeah.
I never touched the original. This definitely gives me a reason to jump into buying it, playing it. So I'm excited. Of course, I'm going to wait for a bundle sale that I get it all for a little better price because I can wait a little bit with the everything going on in 2023. But I was
I
like, yeah,
forgot where I
I'm
bought it.
excited. Is anybody else going to try to jump back into Cyberpunk?
Oh, I'm definitely jumping in. I downloaded it on the Xbox. I'm jumping in. It's gonna happen.
Nice.
I bought it when it was taken off the stores, when it was removed from PlayStation. I don't remember where it was, GameStop or Best Buy, but I bought it for like $5.
Yeah.
$5 I bought
So
it.
you got the physical
Nice.
copy?
Yeah, physical copy. It's on my Xbox, the disc.
It's wild.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I wish I had
How
more
about you,
time to
Doug?
play it. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, like I got too many games that I want to play and too many games I haven't played for me to even consider thinking about picking up Cyberpunk again.
And with that, looks like Rolly's pushing us forward here into the iPhone 15 Pro gaming. It looks like that's going to be the big
Taking
push
gaming
this year.
serious. Yep.
I was like, yeah, I very curious how this is going to work. You know what I mean? Like, who's carrying a controller with them? I don't know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I have a controller
This
in
is
my backpack all the
I
time.
do too.
this
Yeah.
is hard for me to wrap
Yeah.
my head around. Like, yeah, I just do not mobile game. I've tried it multiple times. It doesn't click with me. But again, I am old fashioned. I like my consoles. I like my
No, I really
TVs.
want to use my Stadia controller since they got rid of Stadia. They let you have Bluetooth controllers or add Bluetooth to the
Oh,
Stadia
they
controllers.
enabled that?
Yeah, so that's what I do now. Stadia controller.
That's
on
cool
the
that
go.
they did because I remember it was like locked behind like the OS, like it was Wi-Fi only, or whatever.
And Google, yeah, only for Stadia.
So,
Yeah.
Awful.
question to you guys. So, Apple is pioneering this, right? Has Android done anything like this to this
they have
level? Maybe.
they have games that were supportive and stuff like that. It's fine. I mean, it's just like any other hardware. It's just that they're really emphasizing that their hardware is powerful enough to run like what current consoles can run at the moment. So
their Apple's A17 Pro processor, that's what they're talking about right now, is
yeah,
the first ever 3 nanometer mobile chip. So it's like smaller and it runs a lot quicker. So it has dedicated cores to run ray tracing, and that's why they're enabling console style games.
I mean, getting to play Village and RE4, like
Wild.
that
You're
is
not going to see
wild.
that on a Samsung Galaxy anytime soon. I'm
Well, I
just
mean,
throwing that out there.
eventually, probably in the future, but I mean, a lot of the stuff that Apple has taken has been taken from
Maybe a
Samsung.
couple years. Maybe a couple years.
We came up with TouchSaver, so you know.
which is different. Which is I feel like different from the norm because usually Apple's the one that takes their time.
I did
like, so
notice
the fact
here.
that they're the first one.
I didn't
I'm
mean to
sorry.
detract, but I did notice that they were trying to. It's like suddenly Ubisoft was in there with the Division, and I'm like, I mean, I heard
Okay,
they
who's gonna
made it.
play that on touchscreen though? Look at that.
I
Yeah,
can't.
Well,
Maybe
isn't that
Blue.
going to be all the games though? With the touchscreen,
Yeah.
like they're all going to be very
Yeah,
similar to
but
that.
You still
I'm going
Bluetooth
straight Xbox
controllers.
controller. Yeah, I was like, there's no way.
The only thing that'll bother me, it's on the left side, is the camera still in the way. Where the camera part is.
Dynamic Island spot. Yeah.
Yeah,
that does-
just.
Yeah, I could see that being distracting.
But I
does
mean,
bother me.
I think because I mean the only thing about it is so Apple has the ability to keep their ecosystem in, right? And
Ooh, yeah, premium here.
so Apple has their stuff ecosystem, but Android is more open based, so that's why we have a lot. That's why while Samsung and Android bring a lot of new stuff, you're also a lot of companies make their own. You could literally just download the Android and make your own phone off of that. And there's your OS. So it's kind of like the freeware. It's like open software. So
Yeah, that's why a lot of developers are going to Apple, because people don't buy apps on Androids. They go for the free versions, or they, go for the workaround, like unlocked version of the app versus paying for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's you can literally. I'm not trying to detract from the actual gaming stuff. It's just because on Android, at least you have the ability to go to developer mode and then start practicing your developing stuff, and then you could just move over to where you want to go. You can go. Oh, hey, I learned how to make on Android, but then from there you can use your foundation if you're gonna work on iPhone, on basically from the App Store, and use their basis as so you understand how to do it. But other than that, let's move on.
Yeah. All right. So with that, that's all the news wrap up we have. The next thing I have here is just kind of looking over the biggest releases that came out this week. And I kind of have them in order here by Open Critic Score. Starting off with Mortal Kombat. Looks like Mortal Kombat 1 is having a pretty strong release with a 85 on Metacritic. I think that's fairly good for a Mortal Kombat game. I'll be honest, I'm surprised it's not a little higher. I feel like it had some pretty good hype on it. But what do you guys think? Mortal Kombat 1.
And just because it's Mortal Kombat, I figured it would get a lot higher. I feel like
I think that's about right for Mortal Kombat.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
85?
It's fine. I like the cameo stuff that they have.
90s.
Mm-hmm.
The cameo fighters?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it did anything outside of the box, kind of like I guess Street Fighter 6 did with that whole create your own fighter and open world-ish style that they kind of came up with. I guess that's what I'm comparing it to, and I know Street Fighter had a pretty strong critic review in comparison to Mortal Kombat, but yeah, I don't know. I thought we were going to get a little more excitement because it did seem like a big reboot that everybody was really excited for. I haven't played Mortal Kombat game in a while, so yeah, but that was.
I do follow the San Antonio fighting game community, so I follow like their Discord and lately in Mortal Kombat. To unlock other fighters and cameos, you do have to kind of run through the story, which we're like, I mean, if we're straight to tournament, you need to have everything unlocked ahead of time, and someone has to grind it out. So that's the only problem that I have with it. Street Fighter, you're in, you're good. Your created character, you're good to go. But it's just when you go to tournament, if you're just ready to fight, all the other characters are there. Mortal Kombat, you have to unlock certain people just to have access to them by going through invasion or something like that. No, I wasn't a big fan of that.
Interesting. So when you say invasion, is it kind of like Smash Brothers style?
I guess it's like a mode that they have in there.
Huh.
They put a mode in there, but it's just so you can unlock the rest of.
Wow. I was like, yeah. Unfortunately, fighting games are usually just not for me. But like if this were to pop up like on Game Pass or PlayStation Catalog, I would give it a go. I'll give it a go. And same goes for Street Fighter. Actually, Street Fighter, for the right price, and if I'm in the right mood, I might actually buy that one, just with how quickly acclaimed it is. But yeah,
Debbie would have to want to play for me to buy it. Any interest in fighting games, Debbie, at all? Are you ever gonna play fighting games?
Are you mute?
Oh, where'd you go?
Hello.
The AFK.
Oh, hello.
No,
Hello.
we lost Debbie.
no, she's
I
there
can
now.
barely
She
hear you.
she needs to talk louder.
I guess
Oh.
so. Anyways, yes, Apex is a fighting game, right? Great at that.
That's
But
it's a shooting
at
game.
Otaku, there's Street Fighters. You know,
Yeah.
regular old
Sweet.
Goku versus Gohan. You know,
Dragon Ball.
Fortnite.
not good at it. But
Wait.
I feel like that too. Like Street Fighter is one of those arcade games. I wish I had an arcade to play it because I have that.
Oh, they have like those controller pads.
Oh,
They do.
Forgot to tell you, Otaku just set up Street Fighter 6 on one of the cabinets.
Yeah, I saw that on their Instagram.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sick.
So if you're
Nice.
next time when we go to Otaku, we'll play some Street Fighter there.
Nice.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a good place to check it out. And with that, Rolly already has it up on the screen for us. Liza P. That's having another positive release, and that one's sitting at an 82 right now. I know a couple of our buddies are playing that right now. Anybody on this podcast check it out yet?
I feel like it has like a lot of kind of like a Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Dark Souls feel, like gameplay wise.
Yeah, Bloodborne. I get Bloodborne vibes from this.
And not like the Bloodborne, like it doesn't have the same aesthetics, but it's like a Victorian. Well, no, I mean, there's more. There's like it looks pretty fun though. Like I play it. I just haven't looked further into it.
It's on Game Pass, right?
It's on Game Pass.
I don't have Game Pass.
I was like, yeah. If I had a little more time, I would definitely jump on this. I would.
Same.
I would like to check it out. I actually never even
had
played
less
Bloodborne.
games. I jump on it. We need less games. That's what we need.
A year where we need less games, and now we get into the lesser critically acclaimed releases this week, and this is actually one that I know a couple of people are excited for on this call, and that is Payday 3, sitting at a 69 on OpenCritic.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, this isn't my cup of tea, but I'm curious, for those that are excited to at least give it a go. What do y'all think? Does this bad rating? I mean, I guess maybe bad's a little harsh. What do they rank a 69 at? Is that a fair? I think.
I wonder if people are basing it off of if they played previous games and see what changes have done compared to the two. So, because a sequel should be what was the previous game plus, but improvements of what that improved from the original. For it just depends. Like
plus this is also on Game Pass, so people are gonna pick it up, play for a couple hours, put it back down, jump on every now and then. I think this is the perfect game for that.
I've always wanted to check out Payday.
It is a fun game. I played Payday 2, and I had my fun with it. With especially when you have a group, it's a lot funner with a group because the thing about Payday games, well, I know from Payday 2 is you tend to do the same missions, but things happen at variables. Like one time we were robbing the bank. And it went smoothly. The second time, suddenly there was like a pedestrian that just suddenly decided to walk in from outside to go to the bank, and that's where he alerted the authorities. It's just gonna happen at random. So things can go sideways if you're not careful. So you just gotta make sure your plans work out and adjust for all the variables that happen in the game. So I mean, it's fun with the group. I recommend a group.
Yeah. I recommend a group as well.
Yeah. So now I'm curious, guys. After this, are y'all gonna have a group? Because I know there's a couple of folks that are excited. It sounds like there's at least 3 on here.
We playing, Dustin? Really?
I'm playing, yeah. I'm gonna check it out tomorrow.
Wonderland. We still gotta go to Tiny Tina's.
We're waiting on you, Rogelio. You're the only one that's
Rolly,
never
you're the
online.
one.
Yes.
You got to roll out of bed and play with us occasionally. And the last release we have is we touched on it a little earlier, and that's Pokemon Teal Mask DLC, sitting at a 67 on OpenCritic. And actually, since I had the notes made, actually Payday 3 actually dropped to 67 as well. I don't know if that deters anybody that's already excited for it, but it did drop. I thought I had Pokemon on the screen, but no, that's Payday.
No, I have Pokemon playing right now.
Yeah, but yeah, I know we touched on that. Doesn't feel like anybody's going to touch it, but yeah, that came out too. What about game subscriptions? I guess this would be more for Dustin and anybody with PlayStation catalog. Was there any big releases that came out recently that you'd like to throw out there?
Yeah, so Game Pass, got Liza P. It got Payday 3. I might sub for a month just to play a bunch of games on Game Pass and then
They did get those two, and then it also is getting the DLC for the Wolong Dynasty, and then we're also getting the that like a dragon. What's it called? Man with No Name. That one's gonna be day one.
Oh, those are all soon, right?
Yeah, those are all soon.
Nice. Yeah, on PlayStation catalog, I feel like I don't really have the abundance of time to play a lot of these games that pop up on here, but they really did a big push for JRPGs. They gave us Nier Replicant.
That's a good one. Highly recommend. It's a little older game. It's a remake of Nier, just Nier, or Nier Gestalt, and highly recommend. I played through it to get all the endings. Loved it.
Yes, I was like, that's one I was pretty excited for. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. That's a Vanillaware game. I know Dustin and I have.
It's a very Vanillaware is like a very good. If you played, they have created Muramasa, the Demon Blade, and what's that other one? Wow. There was another one. Odin Sphere. I'm trying to remember what was the other one. And then the recent game, they just announced a recent game from Vanillaware, but yeah, 13 Ages, like that is a good one if you're a big fan of Vanillaware games.
Yeah, so I've heard. I've looked at the gameplay before. I don't know what's going on in those trailers, so that kind of turns me off. But yeah, I know it is critically acclaimed. It's pushed pretty good, pretty hard. And then I think you touched on there Odin Spear. I believe that actually is also coming in the PlayStation catalog. I know that's an older PS4 classic.
It's actually a PS2 classic.
Is it?
It actually is it is a PS2, and then Odin Sphere Les Savant was the updated version of Odin Sphere. Now I'm hoping they'll bring Muramasa, because it was on the Wii originally, and then brought it on the Vita. But after that, I don't know what they just never brought it back up. I'm hoping maybe in the future. But it is a unique game because on some of them you just walk in, you fight in an area, you move on to the next area. So may not be everyone's cup of tea, but it is pretty fun. Graphics and the stylized art is pretty good. I love it.
Nice. Yeah, that one actually caught my eye some time back. I just never wanted to really spend, I guess, the money on it. But if it's on there, I know it's a short and sweet type of experience. So I was like, if I ever have some downtime, I might actually check that out. And then to add also to the JRPG fund, they also threw in some Star Oceans in there. It looks like we got the Divine Force that recently dropped down from Square Enix. I know the graphics or the visuals looked a little dated, but apparently the gameplay was still pretty good. I think it still got pretty decent marks from some of the JRPG plugs I have. So that, yeah, they made, like I said, PlayStation catalog just made a big push for JRPGs this month. And then a couple of the non-JRPGs, we have, what is this called? Planet Roller Coaster, Sniper. What was that? The Sniper series.
Oh,
Sniper
okay.
Ghost Warrior Contract. Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't put the
yeah.
whole name in there. Yeah, I was like the name was deceiving me. But yeah, so we had those. But yeah, PlayStation catalog threw some goodies in there for us. But yeah, so that's everything. What about Nintendo Switch Online, guys? Anything new on there? I think
I think I need to
correct me if
cancel
I'm
that.
wrong.
Kirby and the Amazing Mirror comes out. I
There you
think
go.
next week.
Thank you, Rolly. Yes, I did see that.
I don't mind the Nintendo Switch Online. I don't mind paying for it because I have some friends who keep wanting me to do emulations, and yeah, that's fine. I don't mind doing emulation, but I don't want to put the work of setting it up all the time. I just wanted to like log and go. And but you at least this is a way to kind of preserve with the backwards compatibility, but it's just really they're emulating it on their own area, on their own system. So that's one of the things is my biggest thing is have it backwards compatible or find a way to where you can make it backwards compatible, or else we lose out on a lot of old games that could have been worth it to keep over the years. So because if not,
Yeah.
they'll be lost to time. They're locked to one system that no one can have access to anymore. That type of stuff. That's why I still keep my old collections.
Yep. Yeah. Nope. I hear that physical media.
But if you're a big fan of old school Nintendo games, highly recommend at least subscribe to the Nintendo Switch Online, just only because you get access to those. Also, F-Zero 99. Sorry for F-Zero
Ooh.
fans, but at least you get a way to do a battle royale style using F-Zero.
Oh, I did see this. Yes,
Yeah.
with those 99 battle royale type games that Nintendo likes to do on occasion. That's
Yeah.
a
Are they
good
gonna
plug,
get rid of
Rolly.
it
Yeah,
like Mario?
it's a good find.
That Mario
Probably.
Battle Royale? Yeah.
Oh, the
Mario
Mario
Battle
one I
Royale.
liked. I played it a little bit. I got me a couple of dubs, and I was like, oh, this was fun. This was nice. Like I don't mind them going away because it's like I don't think I'll ever go back to them. And then like everything else, after a month, everybody just gets good.
I think the game that's still ongoing that I know they're not going to take down is the Tetris 99. I think people still playing that to this day because
Oh yeah,
people love Tetris and people want to beat everyone else in Tetris.
Yep. Tetris is one of those. Man. But yeah, no. Thank you, Rolly. Those were good finds. I was like, yeah, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. That actually looked really good. Like that's the old school Kirby's that I remember and I enjoy playing. Like the newer ones, I think they just kind of play too much to kids these days. In particular, the Kirby games. Nintendo as a whole kind of does that, but Kirby in particular are like a little too easy for me. But yeah, the old school ones, this takes me back. I was like, yeah, this looks fun. Like if I had time, I would love to revisit Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. But yeah, all right. So that's game subscriptions. So the next thing, let's start digging into the big Xbox leak that we had. I'm hearing
leak's
this
crazy.
is the biggest leak in gaming history. I think this was big. This was big, guys.
Yeah, this is one of those leaks that they confirmed. They're like, these are just old. These are old news, guys. Like, what did they say? 2 to 3
old
years
news,
ago?
as in like barely 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
it's
new
from
for a leak.
2020. And then also remember, like this is also in particular to like the Bethesda case. So, like I think we kind of mentioned that there's not really too much Activision talk in here and this and that. Because remember that did happen a year after all these documents were being shared, being mentioned, being noted. And I guess let's not beat around the bush. I guess one of the biggest things that did come out of that leak was Microsoft's consideration to buying Nintendo. Oh my goodness!
Okay.
I know that shook
I
the
don't
world
think
all
that was
over.
a consideration.
What's even funny is this
let's
is not
have
the
some
first
fun
time they
just
try to buy
pretending.
Nintendo.
Yeah, let's have some fun pretending we're gonna buy them.
The original Xbox documentary, when they're trying to make it, they literally talk about just buying Nintendo instead of making the Xbox, and then Nintendo just like laughed at their face.
Yes, laughing out the office.
It's crazy that they're still trying to buy them. like 3 decades
Yeah.
later.
Not gonna happen. Well, even if this thing is 3 years old, but 3 years ago the Switch was already out, so there's no way that Nintendo's gonna be like, yeah, you can buy us, yeah, we're ready to sell. Switch is doing
Yeah.
great. They
Eh,
had the
Nah,
Zelda hype.
Phil Spencer, as much as I like his philosophy, I understand he was also doing business, and he's just trying to. It's more about marketing shares and keeping the shareholders happy, and I don't know. It's a hit or miss. I like Phil Spencer's of gaming for everyone, but at the same time, it kind of felt like he hid the veil of wanting to purchase Nintendo. That's why he was all about gaming for everyone, working with Nintendo, and I don't know. It kind of felt that way a little bit.
Yeah. Eh,
And then I
I do
think
give.
also on there. Go.
Sorry.
Hey, go for it. Let's go. It's good.
Oh no. I was just gonna say, like, yeah, like he's a businessman. He's obviously the face of Xbox, but yeah, he's gonna what I mean, do business things, and what I mean. That's just one of them. Like
Yeah.
I think we all agree. This wasn't. I think he even mentions in there like a hostile takeover wasn't a thing. I think this was just more in passing conversations. Yes, it would be a career moment. It would be a career moment for anybody to purchase Nintendo. But yeah, I don't think Nintendo's going anywhere. And even if they were to sell, who's to say it's going to come to a Western company? I think that would be another big hurdle. I think they would probably keep it in Japan.
They just bought Activision. Imagine they got like your monopoly. You have too much of the business. What do they want Nintendo? There's no way anyone's gonna approve that acquisition. They were trying to
Yep.
hold off Call of Duty. I think Nintendo's bigger than Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think Pokemon alone is bigger than Call of Duty. But
Pokemon's bigger than Marvel. Yeah, Pokemon's literally the biggest.
it might be the just biggest of everything, right? Like
I don't know. Marvel's
biggest.
pretty popular now.
They had said it was bigger than Marvel, but this is like 2015, 2016. So I don't know if it's still true.
I know Marvel is kind of overinflated right now, so it may dip back in Pokemon's favor if it did pass.
I think also in that document about buying Nintendo, they talk about buying Warner Bros. Warner Bros. Studios Interactive, whichever one it was. And
Yes,
I think that would have made more sense because they have a lot of licenses.
Yeah, as of 2018, Pokemon beats out Star Wars and Marvel as the biggest grossing media franchise.
Yeah.
Oof.
And I feel like 2018 was peak Marvel.
Debbie disappeared.
Oh, she gone?
We lost somebody?
Yeah, on.
All I'm saying is, like,
it's still bigger as of 1 month ago. As of 1 month ago, it is still bigger than Mickey Mouse and Star Wars and Marvel and Batman.
You got maybe 1,000 Pokemon you can choose from that you can choose as your favorite. And Pikachu is the household name for everyone.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Yes. I was like, yeah.
I'm a Greninja fan. I'm the biggest Greninja fan. Just saying.
I was like, shout out to Score Bunnies.
What was his name? That was that Pokemon that had a leak in its hand as a sword.
Farfetch.
Farfetch.
Oh, but there's also Sirfetch, which is like he had like a shield too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That one's pretty cool.
My favorite Pokemon ever. Sirfetch'd.
Gonna hold my hair back.
But I think them buying Warner Bros. Makes more sense than them buying Nintendo. And then they didn't mention the Activision. I think once Activision had all those, what are they called? All that trouble with the CEO and the workplace stuff. Xbox was like, you know what? Let's buy them right now. The stock's the lowest it's ever gonna be. Let's gobble it up.
The opportunity to strike.
Yeah, because I didn't see it mentioned at all. Nothing about Activision or Call of Duty in any of those leaks. And those leaks are 3 years old. So they jumped on that fast, and that's what happened.
Yeah, the opportunity presented itself, and it seems like they just jumped on it. Because, like you're saying, like this wasn't mentioned a year before, and that's a transaction you'd think would be kind of in the works. Because I don't even think it was in their original list of names of interest, right? Well, I guess to be fair, I think everybody was in their name of interest. in their
Probably.
list
I'm
of
sure they have
interests.
a list of companies that, like, if we bought this company, this is how much it would cost. I'm sure they may have a list somewhere.
Yeah. I guess one of the other biggest leaks that we got in here, Bethesda might be working on some remasters. Looks like some standouts there was Fallout 3, Oblivion. Anybody excited for those?
So that Sky Oblivion is a community mod for Skyrim and Oblivion. I'm excited for that. The Oblivion, I think, was rumored before of Bethesda doing it, but I'm still more excited about that community mod because I've been following them for years since they started, probably.
The Sky Oblivion, it's been in the mix for a minute.
Oblivion. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So would the mods come to like consoles as well?
No, because
yeah, definitely not Sky Oblivion now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like completely custom engine. Just
And now, like, I don't know if I would ever go back to either one of these, but the fact that they call them remasters is somewhat intriguing to me, because I don't know how remasters of those games would play in 2023. I would think we would want more of something similar to Starfield's current engine.
Wasn't that what it is? Just gonna remake it in the newer engines, beef up the mods.
So it was a remaster, but then keep in mind this is when Xbox first bought Bethesda, so like plans might have changed for that. Because I feel like we probably would have heard something or maybe seen them sooner.
Yeah,
but for sure something's in the works for Oblivion and Fallout 3.
Yep, and then I think
they gotta acknowledge it.
Yeah, because like you're saying, things could have changed because they also had on here Ghostwire Tokyo having a sequel. I think after its release, I think plans may have changed because I know that was a lukewarm reception to that one. And then Dishonored 3, I think I've never played any of those, but I would assume that one would generate some interest.
I didn't like Dishonored. I tried it, but I just couldn't get into it. I don't like Arcane games.
I think it's only for a certain group of people that really like it. I've looked into it, but I just never really jumped into it.
Yeah, I don't think any of us here have played it then, because I did not. I also did not play Dishonored.
Yeah, for me, it kind of just came and went. Let's see what else dropped in there. Looks like they were expecting a Red Dead Redemption 2 next gen refresh. Is that something you think we'll still get?
No,
because Microsoft seemed to anticipate it in 2022.
Nah, because I don't think Red Dead 2 has a next gen update.
It does not.
I think that's what they were expecting, and
because they did it for GTA 5. Actually, GTA 5 has been through 3 generation console upgrades.
It is PS3 all the way to PS5. Yeah.
And I remember 360 days. But
PS3 days.
PS3, 360, then PS4, Xbox One, all the way into current, and but I think what it is because people still play it regardless, and part of it is if people are buying shark money or whatever, that's probably why, because that's money that they're making just on in-game currency. But heist missions are fun though. I highly recommend those if you're still playing them.
And just to point out, GTA also has a subscription, GTA Plus. Don't forget about that.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
and
I've never touched these games.
Somebody Google this, but I think they're adding games to it too. So GTA Plus is a GTA Online subscription, but they're also gonna give you the GTA trilogy, remastered trilogy, whatever it is, as a limited time playing. Yeah, you can go and play it for free if you have GTA Plus. I think that's what I saw somewhere.
Wow.
Kind of feels like a streaming subscriptions for like, as long as you subscribe to Paramount Plus, you get all this. You unsubscribe, and
everybody's doing that
within the game. I was like, wow, that's wild. I did not know that. But yeah, GTA 5 is still still kicking. It's still a cash cow apparently.
GTA Online. Yeah, GTA Online.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm sorry to take it back to Red Dead. I was actually hoping for like a next gen Red Dead Redemption 1. So I was really disappointed in the recent port. I have never played the Red Deads, and if you gave me a remaster of the first one right now, I would be interested. But that's not what we got.
Debbie really liked Red Dead 2, right, Debbie? Right? You're doing a lot of hunting. Oh, I can't hear you.
Lasso gathering.
Clearly, I only do the online hunting of it, not the story, because I hate story. But yes.
Yeah, I think a couple of days ago we booted it up and just hunting deer and rabbits, squirrels, possums. It's a really good hunting game. Like it's probably one of the best hunting games I've played. That's not too simulated.
I've always wanted to check out Red Dead. It looks so fun every time I see them on TikTok. And they get like real into it, like in the role playing. Part 2 was on Game Pass for a little bit. Yeah, they're always on TikTok.
I think it's on sale, or it was on sale for like $10. Red Dead Online.
Red Dead Online.
It is not crossplay though. I do play it. I have it on Xbox, but it's not crossplay. So
I'm gonna have to check that out one time.
Hey, you want to jump on? I just bought it on Xbox. I mean, you can play after Payday.
I was like, yeah, I would have to buy it. Yeah, I gotta install Payday.
After Tiny Tina.
And
then Monster Hunter. And then Monster Hunter World.
You, Rogelio. Like Rogelio, there's more days without you than with you. Okay.
Hey, I'm here.
No, it's so late.
It's not 4 a.m. yet. We still got time.
my squad ain't playing tonight, so I'm kind of free for a bit. But I do have some stuff to do in the morning. I can't stay.
All right.
I can't say
well, going back to the Xbox leak, the next thing I have on here, and again, this is dated documents, but it looks like 3/4 of Xbox gamers have a Series S. Are we surprised that the Series S is picking up some steam?
No.
It's
cheaper. Their big push was Game Pass. You don't even need, a disc. Just everything's digital now. I think this is just one of those proofs, evidence that we're going to an all digital future. No more disk drives, none of that.
Yeah. I think as of April 2022, 74.8% of Xbox Series owners were gaming on a Series S.
It's quick.
I think that's wild.
Cheap. And remember, last year for the holidays, that thing went down in price. There was $250 just for it.
That is true. Yep.
So that helped it out a lot,
With
and
bundles.
they threw in with bundles of Game Pass, and people bought it. Game Pass, throw it in there, you're good to go. I still personally want an X because I do have disc-based games that I do like to play on backwards compatible. Mm-hmm. So I haven't switched over to the all digital.
Yeah, I haven't either. I have the PS5 with the disc. I have the Xbox with the X Series X, so disc drive. My laptop has a DVD drive, or Blu-ray drive.
I've unfortunately went all digital. I was like, I do wish I actually went physical, but I'm too late in the game. My libraries are too big in my digital worlds, my digital libraries. There's no point going back now, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I've pretty much gone all digital. How about you, Dustin?
I've been all digital since the Xbox One. I bought the Halo 5 edition that came with the Halo 5 digital copy. And then I tried to buy some physical games that were on sale, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going all digital. My last physical copy was the Wii U, or all physical library was the Wii U. And those games just collect so much dust because there's just too much to hoard around. I had the Wii U.
If you have a copy,
I was that guy.
If you still have a copy of Twilight Princess, let me know because I've been wanting that on the Wii U.
I sold the amiibo. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Such an L. I can't believe it. I know. I don't know why I would sell that amiibo.
Yeah, to kind of segue off of the digital talk, the leaked Xbox revisions, both of them were digital only, no disc drive.
Solid cylinder.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, too bad. Yeah, it's a perfect segue. I couldn't pass it up. But yeah, even like
the all digital future,
the same price. So like the new version of the Series X is gonna have no disc drive and keep the same price. and then the new version of the Series S is going to be more powerful, more storage, and then keep the same price as the current Series S. So
mid-gen upgrade.
Mid-gen,
but
mid-gen.
that does kind of, it is interesting that it's going to be the same price as the current Xbox Series X and not have a disk drive. Like, I don't think what they're advertising is worth the same price, because I don't think a lot of people are going to necessarily see or understand the faster Wi-Fi. Yeah, the storage, true.
And then it's not a box anymore. It's an X-Sphere, right? Because it's
cylinder.
It's an Alexa. It's an Echo. Amazon Echo.
It's literally Amazon Echo. Yep, little Sonos speaker. Looks like a air purifier.
I guess I'll probably have to invest in the current version soon before that one comes out, because I still got my disc.
That's actually a good point. If this does come out, I don't think the box disc drives are going to go away.
Make it cheaper, please. I'll be down for it. Make it cheaper.
I'm not gonna make it cheaper. I wonder, you think they're gonna sell external drives? You plug it into the Series XS.
Like they.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to because of more storage. They're gonna need to so people can still download other stuff.
Oh, sorry, not like external hard drives, like an external disc player, like a disc drive.
Oh,
yeah.
Where we're going back? HD DVD on 360.
Well, if these are gonna be all digital, there's no disc drive like the Series X.
Just stream it. At this point, just stream your movies or whatever.
You don't think they're gonna add a disc drive for games or anything?
I think they would have some type of external drive to connect to it, or at least make it compatible with third-party ones.
Please, no proprietary. No proprietary.
Like the memory, the Xbox memory cards.
And the Vita have proprietary memory cards. Oh my god!
If they do, it's going to be a proprietary Xbox disc player for sure. It's going to be proprietary. Yeah.
Think so?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, their headphones proprietary. You can't have any wireless headphones if they're not Microsoft. All the like media remotes have to be Xbox. Like everything Microsoft does with the Xbox, proprietary. Memory cards, all of it.
I was like, yeah. But all right. So is anybody interested in buying what could be the most powerful Xbox ever, and now adorably all digital?
Same price as the second Xbox? I might buy it. Pick it up on sale. Put it in the
maybe in 2026, but if it came out next month, no.
I think next year.
The other thing is, we're still not at true 4K 60 FPS gaming. That they keep vouching. We're still 4K 30 FPS or 1080p 60 FPS. So you either got
dynamic 4K.
Oh man, don't tell me dynamic resolution. I would die because it is perfect. It has saved me on my PC.
Isn't that what we have right now?
On some things, yes.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think that's what most performance modes are.
Dynamic resolution has saved me on playing games like basically. Oh, I can't run it. Hold on, let me turn this on. Oh, I could run it now. Oh man.
Yeah, DLSS is great. Sorry, PC speak here, but like I was running. What was I playing? I don't remember what I was watching, but someone was like describing to me what it all does and how it works, and it's like this just sounds amazing. Like it makes it run better on weaker hardware. Like this is great.
Yeah. Optimize your games, and everyone will like it on PC. Unless your video card decides to go out and you can't really play your games for a while. Which is me.
I don't know. I still took a console. They make it for the console. The Last of Us is a great example. Last of Us remake, terrible PC port. Terrible.
On PC, right? Yeah.
PC port.
That's one with the eyebrows and everything.
That's when you should have bought a PlayStation, instead of buying one of your fancy graphics cards.
All right. If you want The Last of Us, you knew what console to get. So with the new console, what about the controller, guys? Looks like Xbox is finally catching up with Nintendo and PlayStation with some
Did you see the picture of it? Two-tone Xbox? controller. It's wearing pants.
I kind of like the two-tone. Yeah, I was like,
Really? You like the pants on your controller?
I like the all-white controller.
Do you have the
Like,
picture
no,
for
I
that?
didn't like that two-tone at all.
Oh, okay. You didn't like it. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, oh, but
Can you get a
yeah,
Can you get a picture of it and put it on the screen? But yeah, like it just looks hilarious to me.
yeah. I don't love the look. I was like, I do think it is nice that they're bringing. I think they're adding the gyro effect on there. I'm probably saying that wrong. What is it?
No, it's gyro. Right.
Yeah, gyro. Oh, the accelerometer, right? I think I don't know. Whatever it is, it's adding the gyro features, and I think that is a good add. Um, and they're
Yeah,
also
gyro's
adding
nice.
rechargeable batteries because apparently that's something everybody's been waiting for.
Finally, I know they have third
Oh,
party, but
and with the gyros, I'm actually surprised. I would be surprised if maybe PlayStation doesn't throw a patch or an update in this. With the gyros, I guess they're also going to add the lift to play feature. So you pick up your remote, it turns on your system. I know
oh yeah,
that's going to
that sounds
be
cool.
like a hot topic or a hot button, I'm sure, when it comes out. I was like, I think that's cool, but I often pick up my remotes and put them away. So I would like in the middle of the day. So I would hate to like just be putting away a remote and accidentally turn on my console. Like, oh crap.
Yeah, I do that now. Like
And
my
then
TV, when it switches inputs, it'll turn on my consoles, whatever input it goes to. That's already a
Yeah,
hassle.
I had to turn all that off because my PlayStation kept throwing my TV on, and I was like, yeah, I don't like leaving my OLED on for any period of time if I'm not using it. I was like, I'm scared of screen burn, but yeah, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. I think it's really interesting too because I know big course for Xbox users is that all those were gimmicks, but here we are. Xbox is joining in the gimmick race.
Give credit to Nintendo because they always take the risks of innovations, and yeah, they're good or bad. At least
they tried.
They tried,
they
and
stick with it.
They stick with it, and
yeah, I've heard
they learn from their mistakes.
Hey, a lot of people love Breath of the Wild with the gyros.
Yeah,
and then Splatoon 2. I was like,
yeah,
they
Joy-Cons.
They pushed hard for it, and it worked. It worked for them. I was like, yeah, because to be honest, I don't think PlayStation utilizes the gyro nearly as much. Other than Astro's Playroom, I can't think of anything I've used the gyros for. I think God of War may have had some aiming assistance with it. I don't know. I haven't played the second.
I think they have an option for it. I don't think it's on by default. I think it was an option.
Interesting. Maybe I should check that out. I was like, yeah. So anything else? I know. I was like, should I play that one before or after Tears of the Kingdom? Just
go back and play Tears of the Kingdom at least.
I just sleep on all the mega hits. I was like, I will break the cycle with Spider-Man though. I will break the cycle. I'll jump on that one. But yeah, no, those are definitely in my backlog. So is there anything else, guys, coming from the Microsoft big leak?
Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. So I saw the 2026 release date, and then is it gonna be Xbox exclusive? Is that gonna be exclusive to Xbox too?
Oh yeah, I think the leak actually confirmed that. Yeah,
but it's just a leak. They
like,
didn't confirm.
They have no intentions of bringing it to PlayStation.
But isn't that one of the cases they made in the FTC trial? They're like, yeah, we wouldn't take that away from the other consoles.
No, that was just Call of Duty.
Just Call of Duty?
Yeah, it was just Call of Duty. It was literally just Call of Duty.
It was just Call of Duty. They said they wouldn't take away, and I think with the argument with what game were we talking about? With Elder Scrolls, yes. Now, yeah, with Elder Scrolls 6, I think they just mentioned that it would not be financial. It would not make financial sense for them not to. They never said they weren't. They just said they would make more money releasing it multi-platform. I think that was the way they worded and spun it. But now looking at these documents, it's just they don't care. They're going to eat it. They want exclusivity. That's why they bought it. That's why they spent the big bucks. Yeah. I was like, yeah, which again, it doesn't really come to a surprise. If anybody was holding their breath on that, you know what I mean? Sorry.
Yeah, I finally have to make room on my Xbox. My Xbox had empty storage space, like free storage space. Now I have Starfield installed, and that's a big game. And I'm gonna install Payday and other Game Pass games. I'm sure those are big games too.
Hey, I don't want to be that guy, but I don't want to wait till 2026 to dust off my Xbox. You know, can we have something a little sooner?
Starfield. Play Starfield.
Yeah. But yeah. And I guess we didn't really touch on this. This was actually a really big thing too, other than the Elder Scrolls 6. Microsoft sees the next Xbox as a cloud hybrid machine. I was like, how do y'all feel about that?
Sorry,
to be honest,
no cloud-based gaming, please.
I'm just happy to hear there's still going to be a machine. Because I could have easily seen them kind of just leaving the consoles behind, but it's good to see
Game Pass
that at least for one more generation.
Is it Samsung TVs that has Game Pass? There's a TV out there that has Game Pass as an app. So
yeah, no, so you're absolutely right. Samsung. I was like, yeah, it might even be more brands than Samsung, but yeah, it's going into that no console needed territory. It's been there, and I know they're really making a big push for cloud and everything. But yeah, I mean, I think Rolly's still gathering his stuff over there for vomiting when you heard it. But yeah, so Dustin, you're the biggest Xbox fan here. What do you think about a cloud hybrid machine coming in potential 2028 if that didn't get pushed back?
I think that's it's going to happen eventually. I think with the Xbox One, they try to do some of the cloud stuff with Crackdown 3 with the physics engine. It didn't really work out, but the technology was very early. This was 7 years ago. But yeah, I think cloud gaming it's going to be a hybrid. I think they'll have the tech right about then. Yeah, because xCloud, Stadia was good, and then xCloud's pretty good. So I think if they do something like Crackdown again, where they do maybe the physics of the buildings being destroyed runs on the cloud while the rest of the game is native, and it's a good experience and an actual good game, then just see how it goes.
Have to wait and see. Yeah, you also need good internet for this. And I live in
I was about to say, make sure the internet connection's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, and now, what do y'all think of that 2028 release? Do y'all think we're still on that track? Do you think we're going to get a couple more years with this generation?
Definitely.
I think it
depends.
We
did have a pandemic in the middle of that.
It depends on the American economy. But 2028, that sounds about right for the new consoles. 4 more years of this.
Usually, 7 to 10 years for a console's lifespan before we move on to the next one.
Yeah,
usually, but we also have mid generation of.
And there's also usually a big jump between consoles. I haven't what's the next 8K for consoles? At least from PS4 to 5, it was 4K gaming. That was the big deal. This mid-gen isn't going to give us anything really new except maybe different options.
Yeah,
I don't see anything groundbreaking yet.
We're not even at 8K consumer yet completely. Yeah, you had to. That's a business at this. It's industries that purchase 8K.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'd be longer before the next gen.
At this point, it's just a logo on the box when it comes to 8K.
It is. The PS5 has the 8K symbol on it on the box.
It does.
I remember the Xbox does.
In gold.
In gold, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I remember that. I was like, ooh.
But you can do 120 hertz, 120 refresh rate.
Yeah, I think the Neo 1 and 2 could do that.
Yeah, they could push to that. That'd be.
Devil May Cry 5 has it too.
Oh, that's a good game.
I I think God of War Ragnarok had a performance mode that could push up to 120.
Man,
I was
you
like,
should buy a monitor
yeah.
that can do that. Too bad TVs can't go that high.
Yeah,
they
you have to
can.
buy Sony's TVs for sure do it. You just got to plug it into that specific HDMI 2.1
Yeah,
port.
my LG can. I could push
Oh, that's
120s.
On a TV, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Man, I
it's
want a TV that
not
can do that.
standard on everyone, but at least it's standard on the higher end TVs.
that's why I can't get rid of my 2.1 HDMI. I'm just waiting for 120 games. I was like, that's why I wanted to play Destiny. I think Destiny pushes 120. I think Halo Infinite pushed 120. I was like, I
No
think
way.
that might be the only experience I could think of that I played in 120.
On Xbox, yeah.
Yeah. The only problem is with the Dolby Atmos, I don't think this was a big issue for a lot of people because obviously not a lot of people had Dolby Atmos going on in 2020. But yeah, for me, when I played Halo Infinite, there was like the enemies that would like be behind me after I kill them. They would still like the audio would still be there of them shooting me, even though they're like laying there dead. Like I would like turn around.
Oh, it was like a
with
big
Master
delay.
Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they were just they were
Psychonauts
still there.
2 was
I just hear the
120
guns.
hertz.
I was like, oh, nah, Psychonauts 2. I still need to play that one. That's probably like right now, probably like the biggest Xbox game I feel like I still need to play. I was like, man, that one just keeps slipping away. I need to jump on that one. Psychonauts 2. All right. So that's what I have here for the leak. There was one thing here about Baldur's Gate 3 that I want to mention that Xbox did underestimate Baldur's Gate 3. They were talking
Everybody
about offering them $5 million to kind of get it on Game Pass, but it was quoted to be a second run Stadia PC RPG. That did not age well. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Well, it was on Stadia for what, 2 years? It was on Stadia?
The beta, right?
Yeah.
Did it start on? It might have actually started there.
I think it
and
did start on Stadia.
And to be fair, this probably wasn't so much about the game itself. I think it was just maybe talking about when it says second run Stadia PC RPG. Second run, I think that's more talking as if it was coming to Stadia first, and then they would have got the second run of it or the second release of it. Like I don't think it was necessarily them downplaying the game itself.
So yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Which game was this?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
2023 game of the year.
Baldur's Gate
3.
So that's what happened. Stadia shut down and then PlayStation snapped that up. That is crazy.
Well, they can't put it on Xbox because Xbox has the rules where it has to run the same.
The Series
it has to have the
S.
same features on both.
Well, now Baldur's Gate 3. I'm assuming because of its success, Xbox is like, you know what? Do whatever you want. It doesn't have to work. It doesn't have to be fully compatible at Series S. I was like, so they're kind of changing those rules. So I'm curious if the 76% of people with the Series S care about that. I was like, I'm curious. But yeah, so sorry. I thought that was a little fun tidbit in there. I was like, all right. So with that, guys, let's start closing it up. I know we're running a little long or a lot long. But with that, we do have a comment of the day. The comment being, do we have any gaming regrets here in 2023? And this is more referring to like purchases. Is there a game y'all regret? Is there a piece of hardware y'all regret getting this year? Is there anything that comes to mind as a regret this year in gaming?
Diablo 4. I just wanted to play it and I could not. As soon as I heard it was online service and only online, I said, nah, I don't think I'm gonna have time for this. I just returned it.
But you bought it?
I bought it. I had it
and
sealed.
You didn't play with us? Oh
no,
man.
I was busy with other things.
Oh,
sorry.
It's always something. Yeah, he doesn't like us. That's what it is here.
Hey, I bought Tiny Tina for y'all. Okay, so I literally went to GameStop and found a copy so we can play it, and we will play it. I will promise. I'll put the time for y'all.
I was not expecting to hear Diablo 4 as a regret. Wow.
I'm tired.
You know,
if I have to jump into a game that has to be season 1, season 2, and you lose out on costumes that were only available in one season, I'm just like, I'm done.
Dustin, don't you second this too?
Yeah, Dustin. Yeah.
You only played it for like 4 days.
Okay.
He's there quiet.
I played like 40 hours of Diablo. That's a lot for me, guys. Like, I don't think you understand.
Is that?
40 hours is a lot for a game. Yes, that is
probably
my most game. That is literally my most played game this year. I don't play 100 hours on anything, guys.
Let me just give everybody a little bit of background. That's a lot for Xbox, Dustin. I was like, y'all weren't here for Nintendo, Dustin. And Dustin used to put in hours. Tell him your gameplay for like Breath of the Wild, Pokemon.
I think I only have 40 hours.
Animal Crossing,
bro. Animal Crossing, I have like 100.
Man. Yes,
for sure.
Nintendo Dustin used to go hard.
Probably the same one.
I was like, yo, when the Nintendo gets its revamp, watch, Nintendo Dustin will be back. But Dustin, did you have any regrets this year?
I haven't played too much this year, honestly. So really the only game I played this year was like Diablo and Starfield, but no regrets there.
No regrets. All right, Will?
No, I mean, I try not to buy games anymore unless I'm gonna play them. Going through Walter's philosophy on video games over there. So I guess the biggest regret was that I spent money on buying Red Dead Online on the Xbox because I saw it on sale. That's like an impulse buy. I was like, let me just do that right now. I'm sure I'll play a couple hours of it at some point, but I haven't yet.
They get you, they flash you. I was like, oof. I was like, yeah. How about you, Debbie? Do you have any gaming regrets, or does Will do?
It's not really the whole game, but William bought me the battle pass for Apex, and I was like, oh god, here we go. I'm gonna level up so hard with XP, and then like no one wanted to play with me ever. Still to this day, I can't find anyone who's willing to play with me. So, yep.
Oof.
And just me and her is not good enough for her. She needs
another. My god, I need someone to yell at. You know, I can't just say you're useless, Will. You know, I can't. I can't.
They have a duos. They have a two.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, I'm looking at the chat. Tyler said, Dustin, Redfall was my biggest regret. Ooh, I forgot about Redfall.
That's a good one.
That was a good
one.
I played Redfall. Luckily, I did not pay $1 for that. That is so funny.
Game Pass with the blessing. I was like to save you the money.
That is so funny.
Oh man, yeah.
If I had that, that'd be a regret. That'd be my biggest regret if I ever bought that in my life.
I know.
They literally were trying to tout 60 FPS, but then they had to put in some source were putting labels. No, it's 30 FPS at launch. Eventually we'll get 60, but it's like kind of messed up there. Come on. So it looked interesting.
Okay. So you say that, but what about Starfield? How did you feel about Starfield being 30?
It's fine. I'm not a PC gamer. I don't need the 60. Obviously, I know I can see the difference, but it's not like they were saying, "Yeah, we're gonna have 60 from the beginning," and then change their minds. From the beginning, I think they said 30 FPS.
Yeah, I think that was the difference. Starfield did not announce anything until like later, but Redfall was literally saying we're gonna be at 60 FPS, but then they turned their word around.
Yeah.
So
I was bummed out about Redfall. I actually personally was excited about it, but I actually started falling off when the preview started coming out. And then it just kind of all went downhill from there. I was like, as everybody knows now. I was like, yeah. So when it comes to regrets, I would like to say it was a game. I could throw out Mario Strikers. I bought that recently on an impulse buy to play with my family, and I thought it would be fun and exciting. They played it one time, and it was too hard for everybody. Hogwarts Legacy was also one that I would like to throw in there. I think I only played maybe 10 to 12 hours on that one. I still want to go back to it, so that's why I kind of don't want to call it a regret.
It's a good Harry Potter game or Harry Potter World game.
I'm not going to say either one of those are my regrets. This one might throw somebody off, but actually my biggest regret this year was rebuying an Xbox Series X. I regret it.
Who convinced you there?
I had FOMO again. I was like, oh man, I gotta all these games are coming to Game Pass. I gotta have it. I gotta get it. I think I played GoldenEye Reloaded or Remastered, and just to make sure it worked. And to be fair, I actually enjoyed GoldenEye. That's like one of my all-time games. I had fun replaying it. So you know what I mean. I'm not saying it was a bad game by any means, but yeah. Other than that, I cannot turn that on. That was supposed to be my Diablo box, but game sharing did not work, and I did not want to buy the game twice. Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to buy the game twice on Xbox, so I bought it on PlayStation and warped like 2 of my controllers playing so much Diablo in a month span.
Actually, I think I remember. I have a regret. I don't think it's this year, but Dead, not Left 4 Dead. What is it called? That the new one that was out. It was the same style as Left 4 Dead.
Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood. Thank you. Didn't play it. I bought it, put 4 hours. I'm like, not for me.
Oh man.
And I want
Game
to.
Pass.
If friends are like, "Hey, come play," all right, sure. But I bought it like release day. No, terrible, terrible.
I think Dustin played that one a little bit. I think Dustin liked it a bit.
Which one?
Same thing with Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood. Ooh, that one was cool. Yeah, I did play that.
It had like the little card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be neat. I did not put enough time in it. Same thing with Dead Island 2. Not enough hours playing that.
Okay.
Walter's biggest gaming regret right there, Dead Island 2. You just hit one of his trigger words.
Oh, I never got 2. It was 1. I bought that game like twice for like one for like $10 and then again for like $20. And yeah, I like you're saying, Will, I wanted people to play it with, and that's never happened. Dustin and I played it, and we enjoyed it like for like a night. And I think even like one of our cousins joined us and played with us for like a night. And they're like, "Yeah, we're running back," and we never came back to it.
Yep.
I was like,
"Yeah." Same thing with Dying Light 2. Didn't go back.
Oh,
zombie games. All 3 were zombie games. Look at that. Hey.
Wow. 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Dying Light did look good though. I was like, but yeah,
it just wasn't as good as the first one. I did beat the story.
That's the gaming regrets. You know, one thing that could turn around my gaming regret is, speaking of cards, whatever happened to Neon Light? When is that coming to Game Pass? Isn't that coming this year?
Is that coming?
It did leak a while back that it was coming to Game Pass.
I was like, that would save my year. No, to be fair, I did give, what was it, Hi-Fi Rush? I gave that one a try.
That was good.
Ooh, I wanna play that.
That's a good one. I recommend.
Yeah, I just
fun game.
I would eventually get it once I get my PC in gaming mode, or I end up getting like one of the Xbox Series, because it's not available on Xbox One. So I'm like, well, I'll have to wait. But I've been interested. It looks pretty fun. I'm also a big fan of rhythm games too, so that's why I was kind of like, that's itchy my rhythm game going on.
Get your rhythm game itch. Yeah, and see, I think that was the thing. Like, so I played Hi-Fi Rush. I actually really liked it for like the first level, and then for whatever reason, second level, I was like, do I like this game? And I think I played most of the third level, and I just fell completely off the game. But I am not a rhythm guy. I have very little to no rhythm, and I think that just obviously pulled me away. I love the animation of the game. It looked great. I love the boss fights in it. I was like, but it could just not. I couldn't stick with it. I think since rebuying my Xbox, my most played game is Vampire Survivors.
I have that.
Vampire Survivors, the truth.
Yeah,
which is not a bad game. I was like,
that's multiplayer now, right? They added multiplayer to it.
Yes,
dude, it does. We got to check that out.
I was like,
that and Party Animals. Let's do that. Party Animals and
Party Animals. Yeah,
I'm so down for Party Animals too. Okay, so Party Animals, Payday, Vampire Survivors.
There you go. We got our next stream.
We have a marathon after.
I think Vampire Survivors is local co-op, if I remember.
Is it?
I think it's local co-op.
Oh, it was local co-op. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what that means? Well, that means we'll have to go visit someone's place and we'll just do a 4-player game. You know?
Hey,
there you go. Oh, we can run it at a taco. At a taco, we just
taco?
Hey.
yeah, that would be
No,
sick.
no. If I
love
mean,
it.
I got my apartment. As long as we're not too loud, there's a taco place. There's a taco truck nearby. We can go get tacos there too. There you go. We got a party
I
going
mean,
on.
Hey.
I'm out.
You're out. What? Where?
Out.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
out
can't be
as in
loud. We
outros.
can't be loud. That's
Go
it.
ahead.
That means I'm out. You know.
Oh, okay. So we need to find
Oh,
somewhere
can
that
be
has a hat.
loud.
I'm in I live in an apartment, so I don't.
Perfect segment.
Yeah.
So we'll
Alright.
talk about it later.
All right. Well, we'll
let's
discuss
just-
off
Alright, guys.
Let's touch back on that.
All right. So as
Why
we
don't you tell
close
your
out,
address to all of you people that you listening? You know.
there you go.
Circling back
It's
on
my
that subject.
pie.
So going from regrets to now, what are we playing now, guys? What do
Walter,
we
what
still
you
got
playing?
going?
Starfield.
Who's still playing Starfield here?
Dust.
Who's not playing Starfield? How about that? You know,
Me.
not playing.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wow, you
Who's not playing
guys.
Starfield?
Majority of the video. I'm just saying. Majority
what
of
are
the
you
cast?
playing, Walt? What you got going on?
Oh, I just jumped in the Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh my goodness, I just got into chapter 3 of the game. I do not do scary very well, but for Resident Evil, I fight my fears.
You play with the lights
like,
on? Yeah.
No, it's pitch black. I'm dark, usually with my headphones because
The
obviously
kids
the
are nearby just to
and all
hold
that.
on to them just in case.
Hold my
The
hand.
wife is
Yeah.
there too. The wife is there too for emotional support.
Oh god, no! My wife saw the intro of that game and she was like, "You're so gross. How do you play these games?" And she just, yeah, she was not having it. But I told her I was like, "I promise the game is, it is like this, but it's not that good, but it actually is." But no, it's absolutely amazing. If anybody else has been slipping on it like I have been, I was like, "Don't." RE4 is great. I know Dustin's waiting for the phone port.
I'm gonna play on my iPhone. I'm actually gonna play on my iPad.
Interesting
Oh my
enough,
God.
for this year, I mean, Resident Evil 4 remake and Dead Space remake were really, really good games of this year for sure. If you
Yeah.
haven't played them, I highly recommend them. If you love Dead Space, the remake is faithful to the original, but with quality of life improvements. The same thing with Resident Evil 4. So Dead Space and Resident Evil 4. It's apparently the remakes have been like the winners on earlier this year for sure.
Yeah, and you know, talking on that, like we've been having some discussions, Dustin and I, and Will, like Resident Evil 4. Like you're saying, the reviews were so positive about it that I would not be surprised if it does pop up on like Game Awards, Game of the Year nominee. Because Resident Evil 2 remake actually had a nominee in there a couple years back. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious if Resident Evil 4
I'd be
will take a
surprised if
spot.
it showed up. There's too many games this year. But yeah, Armored Core, Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, like
Resident Evil
you
4
know
is
what I
not
mean?
showing up.
Like, cause I look at the biggest releases this year, and it's like Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Metroid Prime Remaster. I don't think a remaster is going to get on there. But then we have Resident Evil 4 Remake, which has a case to be on there. Street
Nah,
Fighter
not gonna get on
6, again, another one that's in the 90s. That's 4 right there. And then we start getting into the 80s. I don't think Sea of Stars will be on there. Hi-Fi Rush, I think, might be on there.
I think Sea of Stars Hi-Fi Rush would be like indie game of the year. Those would be good.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I was like, I feel like there's always one of those in there, and that's already at 5 if we're including Hi-Fi Rush. I don't think Cyberpunk DLC is going to get in there. Diablo 4, I think that could take the last spot.
What, Starfield? No Starfield for that? No Spider-Man for that? Oh, did we lose him? Or
There he is.
Okay, he's back.
Oh, my audio went out? My bad.
I have to say though, like, because I have been trying to also revisit games that I've bought from like a long time ago, so I'm at least trying to hit the backlog. But you know, for this year, at least for sure for the new ones, Tears of the Kingdom was a top favorite for me. But I'm only calling out the ones that I know for sure that I played. I can't say like, oh, Starfield or anything like that because I haven't played it. But Tears of the Kingdom was a really good one. I say it's a good contender for the game of the year. but I know there's arguments of some people saying it's a copy and paste of Breath of the Wild, but it is a big improvement though. It's a sequel with lots of things added to it. But I have old games. I end up finding Guitar Hero 3 because I just it, and then I just finished Lollipop Chainsaw because there was supposed to be like a remake coming out, but they pushed it back. But I just wanted to revisit some of the old games that like I wanted to play on by myself, and that type of stuff. So
that's what I did for Nier Replicant and Nier Automata. We played both of them. Super great. I'm so glad I went back to play those.
I need to go back to Nier Automata for sure.
Highlights. I watched the anime too. Got Debbie hooked on the anime for Nier Automata.
Oh, nice! I didn't know there was an anime on it. That actually sounds like a fun watch.
Is that what it's called?
Automata? Yeah.
Yes, I thought it was.
Yeah, sounds nice. Didn't even know what it's called, It was like, okay, I like this.
She just walked in, she's like, oh, what is this? Looks nice.
I was like, I'm looking it up right now. Anime.
Debbie, other than Apex, is there any other games you're playing?
You can say
and they're willing, Call of Duty Online, Modern Warfare, my bad, it's not just COD. Those. Look, I just like team player games, and no one likes to play games with me. Early enough. Let me add that in there. Early enough.
That's right. Yeah, I was about to say that's a big thing. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's getting very late, so I'm gonna have to call it, guys, right here. I am Dusty AF. Y'all can follow me on TikTok and YouTube.
Wait, what's Dustin playing? Dustin, what you playing?
I am playing Starfield, and I'm going to sleep now. All right.
There's Dustin.
Raleigh, what you playing?
Armor Core, and I was playing and Vampire Survivor. I was playing that, and I haven't. I need to play those. And I was playing Monster Hunter Rise with some friends, but we haven't got a chance to actually play that when I visit. Eventually, we'll play it. We're just trying to get to endgame content.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to play Tiny Tina, but my group is not very active. I don't know what I'm playing with.
Oh, I understand completely. And I've been in that situation before, so I completely and I'm here to help you.
All right, guys. So with that, let's close it out. Does anybody have any plugs they'd like to put out there?
No. So I've been playing a lot of Starfield.
Oh, I thought you said.
I'm trying to play a little more games too, like widen the catalog because I've put too many hours of Starfield already. I'm trying to get back into some of the other games. Like I want to go back into Halo. I recently started playing NDA game. Can't talk about. So that's taking up my weekend probably this weekend.
Wow.
But so far it's just Starfield, and hopefully some Red Dead, and hopefully more so Payday. If Dustin gets on Payday, yeah, hopefully Payday this weekend.
If I get a chance to run over my other Xbox, I will download it. But we gotta,
Oh man. All right. Yeah. Sorry about that, Will. I didn't jump on. I thought you were the first one to answer that. But all right. No, thank you. All right, guys. With that, let's go ahead and start calling it a night. Is there any self promotion, any self plugs y'all like to throw out there?
Nah. I mean, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, watch my YouTube channel. I'll start posting things.
Thank you, Will. What was the channel again?
I have no idea what it's called.
Oh, all right. But you're watching it there.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll change it soon too. So don't worry.
All right, guys.
Mine's Debbie Daddy, it's fine. Fine.
At Debbie Daddy?
At Debbie Daddy. On everything. Twitch, Twitter.
On everything. So yes. There's like 2 YouTube videos and that's it, Wonderful.
Yeah. Rolly, do you have anything?
Find me Dorky Raptor on YouTube. So if you want to check out some gaming stuff that I put out, check it out.
Nice. All right.
Any comments by chance on our video, Will?
You didn't want to plug anything, Walt?
No, I really don't have anything. If you want, you can follow me on YouTube at All Day Wong 10. I think I had to put some numbers in there. Again, that's All Day Wong 10. Tell you what, if I get 10 subscribers, I'll start making content. If you want to see more of his face.
Okay.
But yeah, there you go. But yeah, no, that's everything, guys. I hope that anybody watched the video. Hope you enjoyed it. This was our pilot run. It was a little long. It was a little lengthy. I thank everybody for your time here tonight. Sorry about all the technical issues. Again, I don't usually have internet issues, and it just so happened to happen on this night. But with that, guys, I think let's call it a night.
All right, bye everyone.
Catch you later.
Day one out.